Like $20 for a field trip is the least of your problems. You got 3 kids. They don't need to go on no damn field trip if you ain't got $20. You need groceries. You need gas to put in the car. Like it's bigger than a field trip.
So my kids need to suffer just because I may be going through a momentary.
They not going. If I was your man, we stay in the house and we ain't got $20 for them to go on field trip. They not going, dog.
But they
don't. And that's my man. You should have my back. So as your man, if we was really together, dog, they.
Hello. Welcome back for another wonderful episode of the Afternoon Sip. I am finally single. I have my own camera.
Oh my God.
For now, I am your boy Vaughn, Just Vaughn. These are my wonderful co-hosts.
Hey y'all, it is Kashana. Good to see y'all another week. Let's get it popping.
Damn, Tunde, I thought it was a week.
No, I thought she was going to have an intro.
But I don't need an intro.
I was counting on it.
I don't need an intro though.
Okay, that's what it is. Anyway, hey y'all, what up? You already know what it is. It's your boy Rashad. Come on, y'all ain't gonna say it with me this time?
The fakest.
Wow, you know what it is. Not the realest, just
The fakest.
You already know what it is.
We already know.
Let's get it.
Hey, you guys. Thank you for tuning in this week. It's Lee Crystal. So what we're not gonna do, what we're not going to do is, so listen, this is supposed to be like a chill episode. I thought we was gonna be like kumbaya, and see how he even in the midst of the chill, he still finds ways to fuck with me.
My bad, dog. It was funny. I had to.
So anyways, you guys, so how was you guys' week?
My week was really good. As always, glad tomorrow is Friday, but it was very productive. It's going well.
Okay. My week's been doing really good. Starting off 2020 real heavy. Graduation season's looking awesome for me, so I'm getting a lot of bookings. I got half my year booked up already, and I'm loving it. So
look at you. Let me hold $5.
Hey, I just need a couple more weddings for wedding season. Come on, holla at your boy. I'll shoot to live all day, baby.
That was a quick plug if y'all didn't know.
Shameless plug. Yes, we will.
Yeah.
Holla, my boy.
Well, my week, it's been pretty good. It started off good. I started off on MLK Monday.
Okay. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
The laws was tripping, shutting down everything. It was cool, though. It was an overall good day.
So you going to tell everybody about the fan that you had saw out and about?
Listen, I love my fans, right? I love y'all. We all love y'all, right?
We do.
So, quick story. I'm riding down MLK. I'm in my slingshot, and a group of girls pull up next to me, right? And I'm looking, and they looking. The girl hangs out the window, and she says, "Afternoon sip. Let me sip on that."
Oh.
Damn, bro.
I said, "Damn."
So which one of y'all was that? Go ahead in the comment section. Let us know which one of it y'all.
If you want to remain anonymous, my DM is open.
No, it's not.
Definitely not.
But yeah, that's how my week started. It was a short week. It still feels so long, though, man.
Yeah.
No, this week flew by. Last week I dreaded.
I don't know what flyby you had, but
Excuse me.
So let's go ahead and talk about it real quick, and we're going to talk about it again at the end. But tomorrow is night out with the afternoon sip.
Oh, bounce.
They say that. She the first one to bust
She gonna be
her ass.
falling on the skate.
No. Y'all's a whole lot. Cause guess
she
what?
got like the whole little handicap.
I'm
thing
going to
on.
get the roller stroller, and I'm going to get there early and put some, like, bedazzle and put some lights on it. And I'm going to have my stroller. I refuse to fall.
Okay.
I don't know how to skate.
Listen, y'all. If y'all coming out tomorrow, please come out tomorrow. Support us. Do not laugh at my outfit. It's going to be.
What you gonna be looking like?
Oh, no. It's going to be. Look here. I'm telling y'all right now. Y'all going to swear. This nigga was in the 80s for real.
He want to be on Paid in Full so bad.
So people keep on asking, what's the 80s? 80s is like, think of Cyndi Lauper, Run DMC,
Yes.
The Neons, the
Leotard.
MC Hammer pants,
MC Hammer is 90s.
Y'all got some Adidas pants. Pull up.
Yeah, he's 90s. But B-boy
But y'all
fans,
get what you was
your
saying.
B-boy on.
You Adidas pants. Everybody got.
You got an Adidas.
Everybody got
come. Wear your shell toes. Pull up. You gonna have skates on anyway.
Get your bucket. Get your LL Cool J.
Hey, there you go.
And it's a bar.
Gold chain.
And it's
Already.
adult.
Adults only. Don't bring your kids. Please don't bring your kids.
So, and this is not the afternoon sip rule. This is Funplex's rule. After 10 o'clock in the skating ring on Friday nights is adults only. So from 10 to 1, we'll be at Funplex in the skating ring. Come out, have a great time with us, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
So let's get this episode started. So this week, our topic is life after lockup. But before we get to that point, we want to talk about something that that's been kind of hot on the news feeds lately. Mm-hmm. The Netflix special about Mr. Hernandez.
Yes, and the Aaron Hernandez documentary.
If you haven't seen it, it's definitely a must see. You have to check it out.
So what were your thoughts, Vaughn? Because I know
All right, so just me coming from like being a sports fan and being a Hernandez fan from the football side of it, to see just like all the bullshit that was behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was so crazy, bro, because like you look at it and you're like, man, this dude is a star athlete, man. He out here.
He has the world.
He can do anything. First of all, you playing football in New England and you're a Patriot. Man, like you can walk around and do whatever you want. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it was like he was trying to live a life that wasn't for him. It wasn't for him. You know what I'm saying? But he felt like, well, since I got money, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to think about all the respect he probably didn't get back in the day. He like, man, I'm just gonna get my respect. That's like y'all gonna respect me.
It reminded me of a kid that was like bullied back in school. Like, I'm up now.
But I think even with his mom, he was on that. Like, oh, you didn't love me? Oh, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you.
He had a lot of underlying issues with his mom, and then once his dad died, everyone feels that's kind of like when he went and left.
It screamed mental health. To me.
Exactly.
And it also screamed that a lot of things start at home, in the house.
Yeah.
People think things started when his dad died. Yeah, maybe things got, a little, crazier. However, it started at home. The way his dad and mom were operating, had him, like, hiding from, like, being his true self. Like, and it also proved, it kind of reminded me, low-key, of, like, 6ix9ine. The rapper, how he's in that situation. He want to be a gangster. He want to get tattoos, but that's not you.
That ain't your life, son.
And now you about to serve a whole bid. Snitch or not, you about to sit down. That's what it reminded me of.
Hold on. So, I cannot say that Aaron wasn't a gangster. That nigga was busting.
Hey,
I don't know.
Oh, you supposed to drink on me?
No.
That's not even.
This nigga was dumping for real. He wasn't out here portraying.
He was definitely more gangster than 6ix9ine.
Straight Malibu one.
He was.
Red.
He was.
We going.
He really was. Y'all.
Vaughn, like, what would you say is was your biggest surprise? What fact out of that story surprised you the most? Like, damn, like I didn't expect that.
I would say more of the relationship with his mom, right? Just hearing how they was talking on the phone.
Oh, my God.
Like, you could just hear it in his voice, man. He was just like, man, like, you didn't show me no love. I ain't got no love for you. Because if you listen to all the different phone conversations, right, from his mom to his girl to his
tone
aunt.
is different.
Yeah. When he talked to his aunt,
it was mama. That was mama.
It was so much love.
Yeah.
He was like, man, I love you.
That's fam, yeah.
But when you see it turn around, she had the same amount of love for him.
Yeah. Right. He told his mama, he say, I tested you many times to see if I could trust you, and every time I tried to trust you, I end up hearing it back. Yeah. He was like, so you basically get to die without knowing your son. Yeah. So what did y'all think about this whole gay stuff that they tried to put out there?
That pissed me off. I mean, because
don't bring it out now. Like, you know,
it pissed me off simply because I feel like these are possibly, allegations. True or not, it doesn't matter. Like, we're talking about him taking his own life, and we're talking about him taking somebody else's life.
Yeah.
The way that one guy was on there with his dad, and then the way the other football player was saying how he was, living in the dark. Yeah. Stop trying to portray this man. He's not here to defend himself.
Correct.
They made it so much about his sexuality. To me, they made it seem like he's mad and he cannot be himself. That's why he's acting like this. But people with real sense know. Like,
I just felt the same way. I felt like, hey, man, don't try to break this. Like, if you're gonna have a documentary about him being a murderer and all that stuff, like, don't try to bring these other people in that have nothing to do with nothing.
Yeah, because when they first, I was like, wait, where is this going? Like, I was really like, where is the story going?
They're like, he's stuck in the.
Why are y'all on the show?
They're basically like, he's stuck in the closet, and that's why he committed suicide.
You gotta bring your daddy on here with you. Like, what?
Yeah, I was confused for a minute. I was like, where is the story going?
They were obsessed. They were truly obsessed. I'm kind of like, okay, why are you past the first episode? You claim what happened between middle school and high school. Why are you here? Episode 2 and 3.
Exactly.
Like he grown now. He married now. He got a family. Like why are you here?
I actually seen a person break down the whole quarterback dude, and they was like, I went to school with them and put up his stats. They was like, he never played. So Aaron Hernandez was a star. You never played.
Right.
So you basically trying to make yourself relevant.
Yeah.
They got a little check. Did it remind you of like? It reminded me of like how the R. Kelly, like how the victims came out and like said things. Not saying they're true or false, but it just reminded me of, hey, get this check.
Nah, Kels did that.
Say this, and then that's what it reminded me of. Like, get your check. I ain't say he ain't do that shit.
but like I said, they break it down to where, like you said, the mental illness and all that other stuff. It's just like, it's sad, you know what I'm saying? Because remember we had the one episode, like a lot of people do need therapy, man. Like you might not think you need it, but you do, man. It messes with your head in so many different ways, and you know how you react and how you just out here wilding out. He just think you a millionaire, man.
They think he got it all figured out. You got money, you got the mansion.
Money does
y'all,
not bring you happiness.
Mental health is so real. Like seriously, like you really need to get to know people and not be, you know, blinded by the material things and by statuses, because everybody's committing suicide left and right. Clearly, you know, it's a bigger demon going on.
Exactly.
So speaking of suicide, do you think that him hanging himself was a money lick for his family, knowing that if you kill yourself, then you don't get convicted, which means that the Patriots still would have had to honor his contract because he wasn't a convicted felon, and his wife and his kids
I think that was
get the money.
I think that was his intentions
for the fam.
For the fam, right?
Rather that
he know I'm never getting out. I need my wife and my daughter to be even though his wife just had a baby with his friend,
homeboy.
Friends.
Here y'all go.
They went to college together.
Okay, with this Omarion stuff. Anyway, no, I feel like he was very selfless when he did that, and he was really thinking about his family. He wanted his family to be good. He knew if he hung himself, everything will be dropped. I'm not sure how that carried on.
I think they picked it back up though.
But either way, that was a very selfless act. It was selfish and selfless at the same time.
But at the same, he probably was fighting with himself, man. That was probably like the easy way out for him. He probably was in there going crazy, man. He just like, man, I'm used to having it all, and now I'm sitting in 23-hour lockdown every day.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow. Right. So, you guys, if you haven't seen it, go check it out on Netflix.
Yeah.
I know some of you might not go to Cody or borrow one of your friends' passwords or whatever, but go definitely check it out, because to me, like I said, it's definitely a true testament to the importance of keeping your mental health in check, and because hurt people.
And check on your strong friends.
Yeah.
Even the ones who seem like gangsters, the ones who seem strong. Check on your strong friends, please.
Y'all check on me, man.
Check on me too.
I be going through it, man.
Seriously, like, hey, you straight?
Right now, bro. that boy looked in the camera so sensitive.
Boy, he about to cry, y'all.
For 10 cents a day.
Send him a dollar.
Wow. So we're about to do a quick commercial break, but before we go to commercial, everybody pick up your phones. I know y'all watching us from your phone, and go ahead and click that share button.
Right there in
the
corner.
Go ahead, share this to your groups and on your page. Share.
Please.
Share.
One time for the mind.
One time.
So we're going to do a quick commercial break for T2360. You better quit it. I am so sick of you. Temple Transformation 360 is a wellness platform created by Stephanie Wilson after her own personal 5-year transformation journey. She has overcome a true midlife crisis, which happened in 2015, where she lost her job, relationship, and had a major health issues all within a 3-day span, all while raising 2 kids alone, as well as weight loss of 120 pounds. Her formula is simple spiritual growth, emotional management, and healthy habits equal total transformation. The Afternoon Sip is committing to being healthy and is super excited to partner with Stephanie in this area. This week, she is promoting self-love through her 30-day masterclass. This is a program that we will automatically deliver to you daily for 30 days that is guaranteed to boost your level of self-love, which is the foundation for any healthy relationship in your life. Just for being a listener, she is offering you a 50% off of her masterclass for the first 20 people. We'll post a link on our Afternoon Sip page. But yeah, definitely check out Stephanie Wilson and Total Transformation 360. like I always say, the great thing about Stephanie and what she does, she focuses not just on the outside, but in the inside. She definitely believes the change starts with the inside and works its way out.
That's true.
True.
That's true.
And I love her results. I'm like,
y'all saw her looking all snatched.
I know, right?
Yes. That was wonderful.
Hey. All right, so we are back.
Yes, we are back again. Share.
We have
share.
Voila, magic.
I know y'all enjoying it. Let all your friends enjoy this too. Come on, share.
Be a friend and tell a friend about the afternoon sip.
Absolutely.
So as y'all see, it's some
TV
extra
magic.
people up here. So the topic that we decided on this week is life after lockup. So there's so many times that so many people, they end up in the system, they go in, they come out, and you hear them all the time saying how they feel like they are a victim to the system. Like they feel like the system is designed to bring them back in, you know? Right. So what we want to do is we want to bring in someone who, we have a former parole officer, and then we also have a current parolee. And we wanted to hear both sides of the situation, you know, and let people tell their story. And, you know, we got a lot of calls today about different people who said that they want to call in to share their testimony or their situation in reference to the system and how they feel like it works or does not work. And so we definitely want to be able to do that. So the phone lines are open.
We'll put the number up.
We'll put the number in the comments. We'll pin it for y'all.
936-585-4627. We're going to keep it up there. 936-585-4627.
Yeah,
so
call in.
Yeah, definitely.
Everybody
So we're going to let our guests introduce themselves, and then we'll start talking about it from then.
You want to go? Well, I'll go first.
Okay.
All right. All right. So I'm Jimmy Stubblefield. I was a parole officer from 2004 to 2013. You name the criminal, I've supervised them.
Wow.
I supervise anything from sex offenders to guys on the ankle monitors to everything in between. So you can't miss me with murders or anything like that. What I have seen about the state, just about the state, is that it is designed to keep you in, but you got to volunteer to go in.
Wow.
But if you just do stuff to go in, they'll keep adding time. And if you get that X on your back, you got to make sure you stay out of the way, because if you don't stay out of the way, once you get back in, they'll just keep adding time. So you can be a victim if you put yourself in that situation and be a victim.
Right. So one of my questions is, the whole thing, it's supposed to be rehabilitation.
Right.
Do you feel like the state is providing tools for them to actually be rehabilitated and to move on to a better place?
Yes and no. They do have some tools available. Now, you have to work the tools. You have to work the programs, because they do have some great programs. I know a couple of them, like Aspire to Win. That's a rehabilitation program. It does work, but you have to work the program. Do I think the state does enough to inform guys and ladies and guys and girls on what to do? No.
1 second, we have a caller.
We need to make sure he
get his intro.
Get his intro.
Hello, caller. Hello. Turn your phone down or your computer down.
Can you make sure that your laptop or phone is turned down with the show in the background, because we're getting the feedback. Okay, we'll go ahead and come back to the caller. Call back in.
Call back in.
Introduce yourself.
Okay, we're gonna let you introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Noel Cousin. Right now, I'm actually currently on federal parole, but I've been also on state parole, so I've had to deal with the state parole officers just like I'm dealing with the federal parole officers right now. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, from a variety of crime, I'm originally from New Orleans, and I kind of transferred down here, and I was doing a bid then that actually when Katrina and all that happened, so that kind of let me out. So when I got down here, nothing changes. A lot of times you don't work for that change, it don't come.
Right.
It just come overnight. It actually is a work in progress. So.
Did we answer the call? Thank you for calling the afternoon sip. Who's calling?
This is Alexis Harris, one of the LCBCIs and RSPS counselors here in Houston, Texas. I am also a mental health counselor, and these types of parole officers are a part of the problem. They're a part of the problem with recidivism because he says, yeah, there is some resources out there, but no, you got to want them and this and that. No, you don't know what's available to you until it's presented to you. Not everybody can really fully understand what their issues are or how it is to get back on track. And without certain things in place for them, without a complete plan for them, the system is set up and it is designed for people to fail. And they do fail. You have very few who come out and can get right back on track. But when you take a person that's been locked up for 20 years for murder, who doesn't have a high school diploma, who didn't have money for families to call in or send in for them to go to college or anything like that, then they have less likely a chance of, their chances are less likely to succeed. But there are some resources here in Houston now they did not have in 2004 and all of these years he said he was there. Just like the guy who's talking, there's another guy who's talking, and he says he's been on federal parole and he's been on state parole. That should have never happened. I believe that the system failed him because they did not put the proper resources available to him so that things like that would not happen.
So my question is, at what point do we accept that that person has to take accountability for those actions as well?
Right. And you can,
but
they take that. They take responsibility and accountability for their actions when they go to parole. When they go to parole and when they come out to their family. It's very hard. Men are very prideful. So when they come out, they are so full of pride, and that's just who they are, especially black and brown men. Right. They are so prideful, they don't want to tell you what's hurting them. It takes for them to get in a room in a closed door with a counselor like me for me to find out and dig and probe. And that's only because I have the proper training in order to get that information out of them. Right. So that I can see how it is I can help them going forward. If not, you're going to stick them back in the same environment with the same family, with the same friends, doing the same shit, and ended up right back where they came from because they were not given a decent enough plan for them to succeed. Half the time when they come out, they're on child support and they're behind, already in the thousands of dollars, with the interest and all of that. You tell these people, oh, okay, you have a drug charge. I need you to go to this class, this class, this class, this class, and this class. I also need you to maintain a job, pay your child support, catch it up, pay these fees. You know, it's a lot. These people are overwhelmed. If you take a drug-addicted person and you overwhelm them and you don't put the available resources in place, they are going to relapse, period, point blank. They're going to relapse. You have parole officers like that know for a fact that they can come to wherever these people are and meet them to make life easier. But instead, they don't tell them that. They make them do everything they possibly can to get to their office to make it convenient for the parole officer. And that's not the way it was designed
I've heard that
to
a lot.
happen.
Okay.
And,
well,
I got to chime in.
So thank you so much for calling in. We're going to go ahead and address your questions and your statements. But tune back in, and thank you again for calling in.
Thank you so much, Ms. Harris.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll let you go first. Then I'll rebuttal after you. But I mean,
no, I want you. Go ahead. I want you.
I mean, what she's saying is basically true. A lot of things that you get from dudes who come home from jail, especially looking like us. Yeah. Because we sitting at this table, all of us can relate. You know, what you get is a lot of closed doors, a lot of bullshit coming your way. Hey, I'll do this and I'll do that. But when you get with the parole officers, you know, parole officers are they're not actually. I don't think they're even, you know, educated on how to deal with offenders coming out. You're dealing with somebody that's been through all kind of psychological abuse coming up. You got people coming from all kind of walks of life, different than that, and you got parole officers who, hell, their job is just to kind of just watch over you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They kind of lord over you. You have parole officers who sitting there, they're waiting on you to make that. Oh, well, he went right back and he used drugs, okay? But you got a damn drug addict. What did you expect? Right. Jail is not a rehabilitation center. What jail is a playground for criminals. That's what it is. So if you don't utilize the resources that's there for you, and there's those who go in and their success stories. I'm trying to be a success story after a federal bid.
Yeah. Right.
So you have those who go in there, their success story, but you have so many damn brothers who go back there and they was wasting time in the streets. They didn't have trades, they didn't have education, they didn't have skills in the street. They come back here, they still faced with the same shit. So when you open that cage, what do you expect to be somebody different? Because you thinking now, oh, you not a drug addict no more because you was 7 years away from crack. Them thought about crack every night he was up in there. Believe me.
So do you feel like that you guys are given the proper training to handle like the things that he's saying?
Yeah, I mean we are, but if you didn't come from the street, then parole ain't really teach you about the streets. So you got to kind of incorporate street sense with what they teach you with parole.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Now, what I found is that a lot of guys, they get out of jail, they have this grand plan of what's going on, what they're going to do. But when they get out and it doesn't work, well, guess what they do? They go back to what they know.
Right. Yeah.
So this is why I love supervising guys on the ankle monitor, because they were forced to take their time. Okay, you're going to get your ID. Mm-hmm. You're going to get your social. You're going to get your birth certificate.
Right.
You're going to get your gold card.
Baby steps.
Yeah.
Then you're going to get, while you're doing this, you're going to go to a drug class or whatever class you need to go to. And then after you get all of that, then you're going to find a job.
Right.
Then you're going to open up a bank account as soon as you find this job. You work a little while, then you get a car. Then you just stack your money up.
Step by step.
But you got a lot of guys, they come out and they just
they're used to the fast. Yeah.
Want the faster.
That's what I see a lot of.
But that's a great perspective to look at it from. But an ankle monitor ain't nothing but prison. 9 times out of 10, how many offenders have you seen? And I hate that damn word offenders because we all just. How many people have you actually supervised that was on an ankle monitor who was a part of the recidivism rate later on down the line also? So when let me finish making a point to what I'm saying is that an ankle monitor doesn't do nothing but kind of babysit you also. You know what I'm saying? It has to be change, and I want to look here when I say that change has to start within. It's not going to be an ankle monitor that change you. Mm-hmm. It's not going to be, oh, mama said I shouldn't do this. It's not going to be that little girl, that little boy crying to you because you had all these vices before you made the decisions that you made.
Right.
So when it comes from the perspective of coming back out here, outside of a parole officer, they need to have outside of an ankle monitor.
Right.
They need to have more things that actually work, with the parolee. Because right now I'm on federal papers. Okay.
Right.
I have a wonderful federal parole officer. She does her due diligence when it comes with me. You know what I'm saying? Right. So you see so many people when you go up there though, like I got a damn good job. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I work at an all drilling company right now. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you see so many people like, man, how you get this? And I'm like, my parole officer sent me to the whoop the woo service that does these type places.
Yeah.
You
right.
know what I'm saying? But you got so many people. If you can't be getting those same benefits if you asking me,
Right.
Yeah,
man,
exactly.
I only see you every 2 months. What's going on with you that's different from me? And I'm like, man, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. That's the only answer I got for you.
But that's what it is, because I've sent people to these resources that you're talking about.
She's speaking to teammate.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've seen people that I've sent these people to the resources that were available. Mm-hmm. Some of them take into it, some of them don't.
Yeah. Right. So it starts with you. You have to actually want the help.
You gotta
right?
want to do
So
it.
he probably saying for every one of you,
yeah.
6 more who don't take advantage.
That end up playing like the victim role, like, oh, everyone's against me, I can't do nothing. But what I am seeing, there are a lot of major companies that are starting to hire felons. Yeah. On our comment board, Chloe said, the state of Texas failed me miserably. They taught me to be an even worse criminal, which landed me right into federal prison, where thank God I received real help from people like Glenda Alexander, my federal halfway house counselor, Reagan Hart, my federal probation officer. Janisha says, some don't want help. They are stagnant and lazy. Some folks don't want to do it the right way when they've been living the legal for so many years.
And what her comment, and I know Chloe personally, and she's an amazing transition from She out here in the cyber university working. The shit I went to the feds for, she kind of taught me as a little boy how to kind of, maneuver the ropes. So let me put it that way. And when I see her transition, she's an amazing woman to her kids, different that. But she wanted it. You know what I'm saying? But with this other person comment, you're saying, what I'm telling you is that everybody doesn't want help. Everybody is not resentful to help neither. Some people really want help. It's crying on the inside of them. You know, there's got some dudes who when you really doing time, like I was at Beaumont Medium, where they call it Bloody Beaumont. You know, you really doing time, so you hearing dudes in there crying, and it's the same dudes you see at the chapel the next day, but it's the same damn dude you will see when you come back out here. He might be slinging dope. You think that dude didn't want help up in there? It's just that where do I go? Where do I go? Who do I look for? When I look inside of my house, I see a drug addict mama. I see bills that's not paid. I see a daughter that's pissing. You know what I'm saying? Nothing has changed in my situation. Right. Dude, I hate to quote movies, but them books ain't gonna feed them kids. You know what I'm saying? And that want of a job, that need of a job, that shit not gonna feed them kids neither. So this is the reason why people tend to kind of just stray back to what they know. It's not a want. Ain't no nigga, excuse me, I'm sorry, excuse my French, but ain't no dude in this world want to be 40 years old, stand on no corner with all these young ass dudes. Like, man, this my corner right here. Nobody wants to do that at that age. You know, at some point you want to transition. You want to transition into what's per se the image of a man. I want to be able to look at myself and be proud. You know what I'm saying? I want to be proud of the man that I am. You know, I just had a brand new daughter like 2 months ago, 3 months now. So like, thank you. So I don't want to one day her to look back and say my pa was Noel and all I know he did was life in prison. You know right. So, but everybody's not gonna have that. Some dudes need you to literally, like you are as a mother. I need you to put your hands on me and really stop me where I'm at and walk me where I need to go at.
Right. So go ahead.
So what I've experienced is like sometimes when people come out, right? They come out and they want to say, okay, they like you said, they inside, man, they want the help, man. But when they come out, whatever they knew for it's a natural instinct, man. Yeah. So if you used to getting money and you coming out, and even if you get a job, man, but you used to making that fast money, and you see them same people in that same neighborhood, if you don't have the right people around you, because your family and your support structure, that's a good support system too, as well as y'all. You know what I'm saying? It takes a village, man, because like you say, inside them people is hurting, man. So if you you come out and you just go back to the same bullshit, then you gonna go right back to the same bullshit. And some people, man, I've seen dudes who be like, they cool with going to jail. Like, man, I know the jail, but I know the streets. That's how I feel.
I was like that for a long time. I tell you the truth. I just was joking with somebody the other day, and a dude, we were in court. You know, we was in a court session, and the dude came from the court bench, and he was like, man, the judge told me I might could catch a year, and I might could do this and that. And he had tears in his eyes, right? And his girl had tears in her eyes, and I'm sitting next to my partner. I'm like, damn, I'm just crying. I'm like, I would have been like, man, a year? Well, I saw that. Let me go ahead and get this shit started. Everyone back home. But it's just what you become. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's not. It's ideology. You know what I'm saying? It's ideology. Actually, it's what you allow yourself to take in.
But you about to say something?
No,
but to piggyback off what he said, because I'm seeing in the comments, they need support, they need a village. Personally, I've dealt with, like siblings who had a village plus 2 times 3.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about to getting them vehicles, taking them to get Twix, taking them to job interviews, like literally going out of our way, sacrificing as a family. So you have to understand, like, people could fail as a village. You really have to want it.
And it's true.
Because to me, personally, I felt like my brother, was institutionalized in a sense. Yeah. I felt like he was okay with being told when to eat shit. Yeah. I felt like that's what he wanted. Easier. So when he started like tripping and stuff, I'm like, it's so like you are blessed. Like, people get out, they literally have nothing, and you are here blessed in a village. Like, people are handing you things like, here, like, let me set you up on a road to greatness.
Exactly.
But you want to hang out, like, you know, you hang with the same, like, you know, you got to switch it up. So,
like, go ahead. I'm sorry. On our comment, Ms. Marcus said, I was one of the first women in the federal halfway house. If a person doesn't know it's broken, they can fix it thinking for a change can't fix it. Parole officers are a part of the problem. I have helped so many and continue it until you can fully understand the act of reactivism. It takes more. Thank you. It takes more. A person has to come to that in their own, but needs the right plan to give them a chance at life. You can't take a man with 4 children who hasn't been home in 6 years to want to work a 9-hour, or you come home and things are not right with you, instantly you go into survivor mode. There are peer support specialists as well as counselors helping and assisting in a daily basis. People like me who have been to prison and know what's needed to help a person become successful.
So it sounds like her argument, and I do get it, she's really more focusing what would seem on the psychological level and getting to the root of the initial mindset that got you in prison, which I can't support. But I think everybody can agree that things like that would, if you want to do that to everybody, it requires an enormous amount of resources.
But you can say that it requires a normal amount of resources. So let me give you a little dose of reality. You know how much they get paid per inmate per day? So I mean, if you're saying that I'm incarcerating these dudes to change something in them, or you saying I'm incarcerating these dudes because it's a money plot?
Well, we
know what it is.
We know that.
So of course, if you wanted this change, it could be done. Shit, we watch buildings go up and down every day around here. You know what I'm saying? If you can build a skyscraper, you can build another damn man. It's nothing. You can, if you invest in a person the right way, the proper way, you can institute this change that you're looking for. But we don't have to be naive sitting there like this shit designed to keep a person coming in and out, because of course it's a money thing. So you know you can't shut down a big business like that.
It wouldn't, because they get money off.
It ain't housing you.
So I do want to ask you
I get more for housing you than fixing you.
So I want to ask you, since you were a parole officer, a lot of people will say, you know, men cycle in and out because of, you know, it's manly pride, I got to provide. Would you say that there's a different tone with women coming out, or did you handle women?
I did handle women.
Is there a different reaction, or when they're introduced, or is basically the same thing?
Excuse me. A lot of them get out and they just want to work, and they do what they have to do to find the resources and get to work. Now you have some of them that just don't. They just can't. They don't want to sit down yet.
Yeah.
But for the most part, the ones I've had, they get out and they don't care where they work. They want to work somewhere.
So you would say women have a higher success rate coming.
I mean, the women with parole and the feds, you have to be a special kind of woman to be on that, because there's not a lot of them on it. There's more males than women.
Right.
You got to be a certain kind of woman to be on parole or federal parole.
On federal parole, okay.
Yeah. Wow. But again, it starts with the individual. Just like you said, you can pour all these resources into somebody. If they're not ready to sit down yet, it doesn't matter how. You can pour millions into them, but if they're not ready to sit down they're not ready.
And I agree. Like y'all were talking about Aaron Hernandez. You got some people that's just they damaged beyond fixing.
Yeah.
This is the shit we're going to get. Yeah. But you have to be able to, as like a corporation, like the justice system is, you have to be able to identify these people who need help and the people who don't need help. There are literally dudes, listen to me, man. Crack mama, you hear me? Abusive daddy. Inside and outside of foster care, group homes, and juvenile jail. Wow. This is my youth, all right? Come out here. I told you I was in prison when Katrina happened. Come out here. There's no shit that was built inside of me that says this is the way to be. There is no image of a man, which you are, which I say, which you guys are. There's no image of that in my life coming up. So what the hell do I know other than what people are showing me? And I'm gonna intake. You're gonna intake what's in your environment. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna intake that, and that will become you. You know, I write movie scripts and books right now. So I have a story called Black Law, and it's about a lawyer, and what it's about is him standing to the abyss too long, and it begins to overwhelm him. And it takes over him. And that's what life is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you do something so long, it becomes you. And it's not even something that you're doing. It's second nature. Fools don't get up and like, oh, I'm a hustle today. Dudes get up and just hustle.
Yeah. Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't get up and say when you doing this and that, oh, I got to go out here and scope. Nah, I'm just calling dudes so I can scope. You know what I'm saying? This is second nature. This is not nothing I even do. I don't even think about this shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't think about consequences. I don't think about who I'm going to hurt, who I'm going to destroy, what I'm breaking down, not even the life that I'm destroying. You know, I got a little metaphor I say. It's a car metaphor. I say you get a new car, you park it outside, I give you a key and tell you go outside and scratch your car. You'll look at me like I'm crazy, right?
Right.
But yet, you'll do anything as a man to destroy this beautiful life that God gave you. If that's not irony, that's something crazy. You know what I'm saying? So you think God give you life every day, but yet you get up every day and want to destroy it. But it's not something that you want to do at a certain point in your life. Sometimes it's just who you become.
Yep, but you gotta want to change that.
Yeah,
you gotta want to change that.
Where do you find that change when you don't know that something's broken?
And that's something I've always said. Like you can only dream as far as you can only dream as I forgot what the quote is, but it's basically you can't dream about something you've never seen.
Right.
You can't. It's impossible, and it does come down to exposure and education. And there is a disconnect there, and it does need to be fixed. I mean, great men like you are, doing their due diligence.
Right.
But we can also admit that there are some who aren't.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
I mean, you can look at him. He said that he's been on parole before and they didn't help him. But the one he has now, she's
totally different.
Yeah, so
I want to ask both of you each. What do you both feel like? What is the biggest stereotype for you as a parole officer and you as a parolee? What do you feel like is like the biggest stereotype?
Yeah. Well, I think when I started working at parole, I thought every body that on parole wasn't about nothing.
Right.
Until I started working it, and I started seeing people that wanted to do that thing.
Yeah.
And I started seeing people that, that was successful.
Right.
Another myth is that people can't make money while they have criminal backgrounds.
Right.
I was seeing guys that were plumbers, and I'm looking at their check stubs.
They getting it.
$9,000 a month. I'm
like, you're like, hold on. Let's switch seats.
I'm in the wrong field. But I'm seeing these guys. A lot of these guys want to help.
Right.
But what I tried to do is just give everybody the same opportunity. Now, if you mess it up, it's on you.
Right.
Now, I would say a myth about the state is that they put it out there that like they want to help you, but they're not doing everything they can to help you.
Okay.
The state has money.
Right.
They have money
and resources.
They have money and resources to do whatever they want to do when they want to do it. Because these guys, when they go in, they're working for free. All these colleges that you see around here, they're built by inmates.
Right.
Like this, a lot of stuff is just built by inmates for free.
Right.
So they
got college for 2. I worked LSU for 2 years in Louisiana Penitentiary.
Sam Houston State University.
Every day we get up and go work.
Sam Houston State University, where I went to college.
Already
all that stuff is built by inmates.
Right there.
All of it.
Yeah.
For free.
Wow. Yeah.
So they got the money.
We get McDonald's hamburgers, the dollar ones, the little small.
See, that's what I'm saying.
That's what
but they just,
that's our reward for working.
If they want to put the resources in, they can.
Right.
But they a lot of times they don't they just give you the bare minimum.
Of course.
Right.
They don't give you enough.
Right.
Because if they did that, they would be, because the feds actually do a way better job. Because I work with federal parole officers too. They do but they don't play no games though. you do anything messed up, you out of there.
Right.
It's tooting nail now.
Huh?
Yeah, the feds is tooting nail.
Yeah.
My uncle in the feds right now, man.
They don't
tooting
no games.
They tell you one thing, and if you go against what they say, they will lock your ass
I mean, for a long time. I came out of lockup with all kind of hair on my face, a beard. I never had a beard before. I like being clean cut, so one strike. But I think what as far as a parolee, I think the biggest thing we face out here and the biggest myth is that everybody's bad. You know what I'm saying? And it's just basically that. You know what I'm saying? These are your brothers, these are your sisters, these are mothers, these are fathers. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it was a poor, effed up choice. It's not a mistake.
Yeah. Right.
It's not a mistake. Not by no means. I hate when people say, "Oh, I made a mistake." You're a lie. You made a choice. You made a conscious effort to make a bad choice. You know what I'm saying? You got caught. You take your lick with it. You know what I'm saying? Don't rat.
Accountability
on the phone. Listen, but what I'm saying, But you take your lick for what you done. Yet it's so many times, man. I don't care whether it's from individuals to corporations to I mean just hell, McDonald's. You can go put an application in and people look at hey, oh he got this type, he was this type, this and that. Like I had one job that was like, oh, you have like my federal stuff is white collar, so it's a lot of money on my federal case. It's like $2 million, right? So they was like, oh, you stole money. I was like, man, how much money you got back there? Like, I'm not about to steal your money. You know what I'm saying? Like, what did you read? You know what I'm saying? Like to make you think that I'm not no Roger nigga. I've been home a couple of months. I got a couple of trucks now. I'm smart. I know how to kind of maneuver and don't have to do the wrong thing. But it's just perception. It's just perception. Everything. As you perceive, it's what you believe. You understand what I'm saying? So it don't even have to be true, and we living in that world right now.
Very much so.
So and that's the biggest thing. Like all of us not trying to steal from you. All of us don't want to take that from you. I just gave a lady $10 for gas right here. Some of us might give to you. You know what I'm saying?
But of course, if I'm in a bank and you had like a white collar crime for like money laundering,
that's different.
Yeah, that's different.
I'm not gonna go to no bank and try to get no job. You know, it's just understood certain places I can't go right now. You know, but if I'm coming to you and you working at a trash company, and I won't jump off the back of this damn trash truck, which is why are you telling me I stole something? What I'ma steal? The trash from in front of somebody's house. Where I'm going with that? You know, so it's just.
And another thing that I see is a myth is that, well, how can I put this? I'll just say it. So, what I've seen guys and girls being the most successful, you know, transition out of papers, is when they get trades. Trades make your record go from this to this. Because there's always going to be somebody at that job say, you know what, I had somebody that had a record. Man, come on, I'll give you a shot. There's always going to be somebody like that. You get
You're absolutely right.
I'm going through it right now. That's absolutely true. That's absolutely true.
As far as
what I was doing was I was doing the IT schooling, IT technical stuff while I was incarcerated. Yeah. So now I basically, the only thing I do is kind of sit behind a desk and do inventory and all the stuff that comes in and outside the building. And I make good money doing it. So
that's awesome. And another thing that the state doesn't do a good job of is that if you get like so you can't be a sex offender and say, you know what, I want to get a degree in education. Like it ain't
not gonna happen.
So they'll let these guys get degrees in education and spend this money.
Exactly. And then they
can't do anything with it.
Exactly. And that goes to speak to that it's not actually geared to help you. You know, they get paid as they sign people up. Right. Exactly. So hell, you rate 10 kids, I'm still gonna sign you up because I'm gonna get a X amount of dollars a day for you attending this class. Is gonna keep this program going that we're getting paid to sit you in these programs. Right. So you know it's just
that you can never do nothing with.
Wow. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So this guy he got a welding. So he got a welder certification. But when he got out, the problem is TDC didn't equip him on the jobs that he can go to get jobs. They just, all right, get out of here. So so I look on his case summary. The case summary tells you everything about this guy, how many times he's been arrested, what he's been arrested for, all his achievements. So this guy had a trade. He wanted to go and work at Whataburger. And I'm like, dude, you got a welding certificate. No, you're not. Let me make a call. So I made a call to one of these jobs that one of my guys was working at. He was working for a welding company. Yep. We sent him over there, got him on. He's making money hand over fist.
Yeah. Y'all brought up something very important in regards to trades. Trades are very, very important, whether it's your CDL, whether it's welding. It's all about who you know sometimes, but trading definitely is the best way to go. They even have websites here that I will drop in the comments after the show that are for people with felonies in Texas, and they're actually decent paying jobs. They may be warehouse, they may be forklift, it may be this. You even have resources like the WorkSource and Workforce. Yeah. They will I always tell people, you want a TWIC, you could get a TWIC for free. Go to the WorkSource. As long as you have a job secured, that $125 is paid for. You're gonna they're just gonna mail your check. You're gonna go get it. Please use y'all's resources. And they're It is there. Trust me. I see people daily who I would have never known had the background they had, but after interviewing, after conversation, you know, it's like you would never know what people are going through. I say that to say this. It's all about who you know. You know, at the end of the day. And you can't judge a book by its cover, because a lot of these people who have made mistakes are definitely, you know, really great people. So don't be discouraged. Use y'all's resources, please.
And I want to say something about the work source. A lot of guys and girls get discouraged because the work source, it doesn't work unless you work it. If you just go up there and show up, they're not going to
hold your hand.
Yeah. Hold your hand, and they should, especially if you're just getting out.
Right.
But you got to go in there and ask questions.
Yes.
Hey, look, when people see that your spirit is right and you want to do something,
they will help you.
They'll help. It's kind of like what Chris Rock used that example of, where you see two people on the side of the road. Mm-hmm. You see one that's waving their hands, you know, because their car is stuck on the side of the road. You see one that's waving their hands. And then you see the other one pushing their car. Yeah. Who are you going to help? The guy pushing their car. Because you see the effort.
Yep.
That's what you got to do. What you did, I commend you for it. You put the effort in. Yeah. There's some guys and girls that don't do that, but you did that. Mm-hmm. So I would challenge you to just pay it forward when you see somebody that's, you know, in a similar situation. Encourage them to put the effort in, and if your spirit is right, people will help, man.
Yes, they will.
And they help you. Steel-toe boots too at the workforce. Like, don't sleep. They literally give it to you. Tell them, this is what I'm trying to do. Call this lady. The job is secure. Steel-toe boots for free. I'm telling y'all, work the system.
That's awesome. We have to take a quick commercial break, but before we do, we want to thank you guys so much for coming in. I think this was an awesome and very informative episode. I'm super green in reference to all this.
I'm just listening, man. Like I'm just enjoying hearing y'all stories, man. It's pretty awesome.
And that's just like this. It's
exactly.
Lot.
Yes, it's a short version.
So you guys keep the comments going in the comment section. Tell us your stories, and we'll definitely share them. I think it all, like we said earlier, it all starts at home. We have to learn how to be our brother's keeper, be each other's support system to help each other. You know. But let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break to Exclusive Tax Bar.
Yeah.
Okay. Wish we had more time. God, that was nice.
Y'all, it's that time of year to ball till you fall. The Exclusive Tax Bar, whether near, whether far, they can get you help today. Give them a call at 281-995-1014. This year, you don't have to wait if you're claiming earned income credit. They're gonna let you go ahead and so contact Exclusive Tax Bar today. All you need is your W-2, your 1099, your check stubs. She does self-employment, amendments. She does it all. Like I tell you guys all the time, this is a company that I personally use, and I've seen the difference between one company to another. So definitely contact the Exclusive Tax Bar today. Again, the number is 832-517-4811. Y'all, that was awesome.
Y'all gave me chills. Like, I was so intrigued and I was so into it.
Man, I can't ride with them 10 bricks in the trunk no more, man.
Oh my God.
Easy. Sorry, gonna be crying over that year.
A year? What about my bitches?
That was kumbaya.
That was cool.
Real.
That was real cool.
Yeah, parolee here. Parole officer here. Like,
that was awesome.
That was beautiful. Seriously.
So something we haven't did in a while is the big gulp letter. We have a viewer that has written in a big gulp letter.
Okay.
And so we're going to go ahead and pull that up and see if we can do something to help them real quick. Don't listen to Vaughn. Dear Afternoon Sip, I have been with my boyfriend for over 5 years now, living together for 2 years. We are amazing together, always laughing, always having fun, rarely argue, some interest, healthy sex life, 1 or 3 times a week. I trust him with my life, and I think he feels the same. We have been through a lot in that time, including death in both families and traveling across the country together. I have felt for a few years now that I am ready to get engaged/married, and he is more than aware of this. I have brought up the topic of marriage about 5 times within the last couple of years, and it seems that the only answer that I get is that he is simply, quote unquote, not ready. He doesn't seem to be able to elaborate on what that means or when he thinks he will be ready. Recently, he said it will be soon and gave me a not so attractive promise ring. She sent a picture of the ring. It's just like a black band. I know that he is not against marriage in general. That is something that he definitely wants for himself, which leads me to believe that he simply doesn't want to marry me. This is starting to really weigh on my confidence and happiness in the relationship. I'm a beautiful, intelligent, and hardworking woman. I own multi-successful businesses, homes, and my children are adults. On one hand, I don't understand why he would suddenly be ready for marriage, quote unquote, soon. We have already been through so much together. I don't think he's going to learn anything new about me that will suddenly make him ready in that time, and we're in our 40s. On the other hand, I am so happy in this relationship other than this issue. Is this really worth throwing away for a piece of paper?
No. Quick answer, no.
What do you mean?
So, first off, you happy. You're happy.
Let me sit up in my seat.
Okay, she's happy, but I mean, if we're happy and we have, if you we living together and all this stuff like,
what's gonna change?
Why can't we do it though?
Wait.
But why?
What is going to change? Are you gonna be happier?
We're gonna have this a solidified commitment towards each other.
So y'all been together for X amount of years. Y'all ain't already committed.
Y'all ain't committed? Y'all not committed?
No, stop it. Stop it.
Wait, no. I really want to know what will change.
Yeah, so when you get in a car wreck and you're about to die.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. And they want your wife.
No.
To make the decision.
What are you talking about, man?
I'm just saying.
Wait, Vaughn. Why you gotta be so extra?
But I'm just saying.
No, but when you're married, that comes with certain
it's levels to certain stuff.
What levels?
What levels?
Why not give me that next level of commitment? If I'm good enough for you to, if I'm good enough for you to,
what she's saying is, why don't you just give me what I want? I want to be married.
What's
give me a piece of paper.
What's the problem?
Give me this next level of commitment. Is he not already committed? She didn't say
happy.
anything about him cheating, about him stepping out, about him staying out at night.
Why did he even egg on that it could possibly happen if he really didn't want to do it? That should have been discussed in the dating stages if he didn't want to get married.
He didn't want to do it. He said he's not ready at this moment.
But when you gonna be ready? When we croak and
die? So what's gonna change in the next couple of days that she hasn't been able to show him over the past 4 or 5 years?
Let me ask you a question. Would you rather him wait until he's ready or just do it because she want to do it?
No, I would rather him say he just don't want to get married.
But that's not what he's saying.
I don't believe it.
Well,
she's telling you. So I feel like that he's just pacifying her.
Basically.
So I'm going to pacify you with this little black
ring that's not attractive.
Yeah.
And I'm doing this to pacify you and shut you up.
5 years.
They've been together 5 years, right? So she knew in 5 years, in those 5 years, she could have been opted out of that, man. But you know why? She was happy, right?
Because he told her that not right
because
now.
he's continually pacifying her.
You know, pacifying.
Soon.
Is she not a happy woman?
Soon.
How you getting pacified if you're a happy woman?
Pacifying is saying
soon.
You're a happy
that's
woman.
Pacifying.
That's not being pacified.
That's giving her hope.
That's being kept.
And she's waiting for
soon.
So
you telling me this one thing is a deal breaker to her? Everything else in her life is flourishing.
She's grown, happy adults.
She's not saying it's a deal breaker. What she's saying is.
So what's she crying about then?
What's wrong with her wanting to solidify what they have?
Because she's gonna want an answer.
You know what? Give me something else. Say that we shouldn't be shacking up. We should be under God. Okay, well say that then.
No, she just wants to.
Oh, now it's like what she said. At the end of the day,
that's not what she's saying.
What I'm saying is,
she's not convicted because of a religious hold.
Yeah, that's not what she's saying.
If y'all having kids together, shacking up, or common law married, whatever y'all want to say, I feel like if you're doing all of this, you taking all these chances. What is wrong with taking another step to solidify what's already there?
Nothing's wrong, but why the necessary?
Oh my God!
You don't have an answer. She didn't have an answer.
Oh, you tried it.
No.
You have an answer?
No.
That's just.
I already said what I said.
You have an answer.
Probably her friends in her ear.
What I said.
Her friends probably in her ear.
So
Echo
says, what is he not ready for if nothing is going to change?
Why are you having? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
He may be wanting to prepare something within himself or give her something that he doesn't have access to yet.
Yeah, and he gonna keep getting her pregnant.
He may be waiting for him to retire so he can maybe spend more time with her.
So I gotta wait for you to retire to give me to marry me?
Are you not already happy?
You're married.
Yes, I'm happy. However,
they're already married. Common law, right? They have kids together.
No, they don't have kids together. That's not what they
thought they had.
They've only been together 5 years, and her kids are adults.
Yeah,
Oh shit, man! What's the big
let's
travel? Let's travel and enjoy life, man.
Okay, let's travel and enjoy life as a married couple.
For what?
What's the difference?
What's the big
deal?
That's
a huge difference.
What is
it's
it?
a huge.
Let me know. This is so huge. What is it?
you went up and got married. How long? How long were you with?
Me and Echo got married about a year and 4 or 5 months in.
Okay, so what made you feel like, okay, we just gonna go from just dating to I want this woman to be married?
First off, I called Echo my wife from the day I married. From the day I met her.
Okay, regardless of what you called her, what made you want to solidify that?
I treated her as my wife. She's always been my wife.
What made you want if that? Okay, so if that was
you're asking why do we go get legally at that time?
Yes.
Honestly, we weren't planning to get married until 2020. We were gonna get married in our backyard.
But y'all did though,
because I was enlisting into the Navy.
So you'll be with somebody for 5 years that you have no intentions of within a certain time frame.
But
how old are they?
Echo was 40. Always my wife.
And they're in their 40s. Like, what are you waiting on? You in your 40s. You didn't live life. You didn't have your whole stage. What are you waiting on?
What are you trying to prove?
My thing is this.
What are you trying to prove? You're a successful person. You have all these businesses.
Why can't you just make your mate happy so we can both be happy? We're happy together now.
Did she just say it? Make your mate happy so we both can be happy.
But she making you happy anyway. But you been
happy so we both
he been there 5 years because he's unhappy.
So as a man, if you have all this stuff with me, I make you so great, I make you so happy or whatever. What's so wrong with you wanting to take it to that next level? What's keeping you from that place?
Okay, so this
never said he
wasn't. This is my thing.
He's there because he's unhappy.
Does me not asking you to marry me? Does that mean I love you any less? Does that mean that we're not happy?
To me that
no, I want to explain it. Let her finish.
No,
I'm
asking you. Go. I'm asking you.
So to me, if you don't think well enough of me to make me your wife, to me that says that you don't have enough a certain assurance in me as a woman. Regardless of how you treat me, if you treated me that way, then we can go ahead and do it.
If it's just a piece of paper, why not just do it?
Hold on, light skin. Hold on. So I got a question. So why don't she just leave then? If it's so bad,
I don't think
she didn't say it was bad.
She's painting that. I don't think she's saying it's bad. It's horrible. I'm saying this is her one wish. We're happy together. This part.
I'm gonna tell you, ma'am, whoever you are,
people too old to be shacking up.
Stop pressuring the man. Just enjoy life because life is not promised.
Let's enjoy life. As we're actually married.
You still here 5 years because of pressure.
What you mean because of pressure? She putting pressure on him.
Pressure. Like, no, you're here because you're happy, obviously.
So you said so she can't be pressuring him.
He's not unhappy.
But he's pacifying her? What kind of
He's definitely pacifying her.
Sexism.
No.
With that black ring. Stop playing with me. She don't even like her promise ring. Are you kidding me?
Now she's a groom. That's amazing.
I'm about to go work out. Like, stop playing with me.
My answer, I don't care what they say. Honestly, I'm going to say, no, it's not.
So something happened to you. Mm-hmm. Right, because that is something that should be taken in
she probably got life insurance on them. She can get life insurance on them.
Yeah. So if something happens to you, I don't have rights to a lot. If you love me, why should you not want me to have that security of regardless of what happens to you, I'm good.
There are other ways to grant that.
Oh, let me guess. You on your dying bed, and your ex-wife step up.
Boom.
And she can make the decision.
It's always another
decision.
Y'all and y'all Tyler Perry movies scenarios.
Okay, so
anyway,
thank you guys so much for tuning in this week. This was a great episode.
Me off at the end of a great episode.
I know, right? We had good vibes.
This was a great episode. You guys, check our event section because y'all definitely need to come out tomorrow because we're skating. I'm not busting my ass, but we're skating tomorrow. Funplex from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Tune in what we drinking because we gotta go.
Okay, y'all. Today I picked up some Smirnoff Tuscan lemonade.
Tuscan.
Oh, fancy.
From Tuskegee.
But anyways, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
I gotta take it from the bottom.
Hey,
4
shots, no chasers.
Adios.